Happy rising, great grand rising to all my beloveds. Wish you a very happy new year and glorious rising year to all of you. Now, every single year we may be influenced by a lot of trends and practices that keeps going on around us, and that might influence and motivate us to do the same, keeping our goals and vision in our mind, but then it hardly turns into a reality, or maybe that inspiration is only for a few moments to few weeks or maybe a month, and after that we seem to be lost or maybe just have no idea. And this video is not about how to make resolution or how to define goals clearly, but it's surely about how to make it more realistic, more definable, and most importantly, keeping a watch of every action that we take, because that is very important, and recording the same. Now I believe that even if let's say even if I have written all the goals very clearly in all the important areas of my life. Let's say I have a clear vision of what I want in all the areas of my life, like health, then career and other accomplishments or achievements, whatever it is. But if the same Nikita is there, if the same old me is functioning, then nothing new can be there. It will just have another veil toward another veil over my goals and aspirations, but there will be nothing new. So I just want to emphasize that it's just not about new resolutions, but it's about new promises, and how you can fulfill those new promises by first reflecting on yourself. So new promises comes up with the new you. That's the first point, the new you. So you need to define first, how do you want to see yourself, or how do you want to see yourself in the coming year, and list it down. Your brain will give you all the correct answers, but without any judgment, just list it down. How do I see myself in the new year? Now, this means that you have to be very specific. I just want to be happy, I just want to be loving and carefree, I just want to be non-judgmental, and I just want to be happy, basically. Now that it's quite abstract, because you need to define what do you mean when you say I want to be happy, because that will come up with a new level of functioning at thought level, and new types of feelings and new behaviors that you need to be very mindful about. So as you define how do I see myself in this new year, be very specific, no abstraction. So you have to define it very clearly. And in the same point, the second thing is about introspection. Now the year that has already passed, or even you can just reflect on the last week, or maybe from 25th December to 31st December of 2021, if you even just take that period of time, I mean, just see that what lessons you have learned in the past year. You don't have to go into a deep reflection of it. If need be, please do it. But otherwise, the point here is that cut short the narrative of your story, meaning narrow down the focus of the problem that could be outside or inside, but and shift your focus on the lessons learned. That should be enough. So you can just introspect and reflect on your past experiences in the past year, and just write it down, the lessons you have learned, by narrowing down the narrative and the story you are telling yourself about that experience. The lesson learned could be written in 3 to 4 words to 1 or 2 sentences, and that should be enough. And then the next point will be, how may I take correct actions now? So this will help you to focus on the correct behaviors which you can practice now. The best gift and the best amazing thing that we are gifted with is free will. Okay, whether you agree with or not doesn't matter, but free will is something that we have got only, and using that free will you can always make new choices. So no matter what all it has been like, if in the present you are very clear about how you see yourself in this new year, specifically defining it, lessons learned, narrowing down the story of the experiences and just making it more factual. There should not be any narrative, no personal interpretation or misinterpretation, or only if and this and that, ifs and buts and why and what not and how, nothing like that. Just specifically the lesson learned from the experience, okay, focusing on the facts and then writing down the action steps to make the corrective behaviors. That is first thing. Second thing, you must write your goals in the present tense. If you and you must write it as in, again be very specific, as in if you are taking on the different areas of your life, or you are just writing in journal, I just want to see myself as really happy and just see myself achieving what all I have planned for, or how do I see myself achieving that. So then you have to write your goals in the present tense. I have or I am. I would like to or I will not work. When you say I am or I have, you are already into the influence, means you are already in the manifestation of it, okay. And supporting this, and also this is because the first month, and we I think that we have to train our mind and brain and body and ourselves completely. So it would be really helpful to read those goals that you have written in the present tense every day, twice a day, I mean in the morning and in the evening, for this entire January month. This will help you to be more disciplined in yourself, and even your mind and body will support you. And mind and body is really important, because they will actually help you to achieve these goals, right? So it's just not you, but even the things that are about you. So we have to train and discipline ourselves fully, including our mind and body. So that is the second point. Third will be one thing at a time. Now you may redefine your goals and certain things, not because some things have changed environmentally, but you may have the need to make some corrections or redefine it. So just that you can do, you can schedule the regular intervals of it. But otherwise, let's say if you have listed 5 to 10 things, then just make sure that you are doing one thing at a time, and that you are fully progressing into it, and you are fully present with it, and that will give you clear understanding. I mean, don't just overburden yourself with lot of things. Just do one thing at a time, because we have to do work in throughout the day, like maybe for 8 to 10 hours. For some people it could be more than that. So we have to be, and there are other things, other responsibilities as well. So we have to be very realistic. So one thing at a time doesn't overburden us, and that will also help us not to catastrophize anything. So that will save you from lot of catastrophization and misinterpretation of it, and I guess it will also help you to be on the path throughout the year. Fourth thing is delegate goals at all the levels. So like I said, it's just not about you. You can delegate your goals at the thought level, at a feeling level, and at a behavioral level. This is very important. At the thought level, meaning you are affirming and reciting exactly what you want, not what you don't want, right? So at the thought level, be very clear of what you want in your career, or how you see your business or any creative aspect of yourself flourishing. giving you all the advantages and gains and other things that you are looking for. So delegate for the first thing at a thought level. Make sure that your thoughts are fully supporting the goals or the aims and aspirations you have for yourself in this year. And if you are doing it month wise also, then also just be, or let's say you are focusing on the health, then whenever you are thinking about your health or the eating choices you are making and the kind of thoughts you are having about your body and about your overall health, make sure that it is supporting your goals for the body. So first is at a thought level, affirming and reciting exactly the same that is one with your aims. Second is at a feeling level, that you feel it, what you want. There should be oneness with this your thought, feeling and behavior. Maybe action wise you are just writing affirmations 20 times a day, and maybe you are just mugging up or reading it, but after that you are thinking something else, or maybe you are feeling, you just don't believe it from the inside. So feelings are not that healthy, then also it will interrupt your process. So at a feeling level, it's one with the thought, which will be the case because these are these are interconnected. And at a behavioral level, your thoughts and actions are same. Maybe I do something good, but here it is a wrong judgment or negative evaluation of it. Okay, maybe you just did right once. Next time I'm sure you will make a mistake, then there is discrepancy. Or maybe at the thought level you are thinking good all the day, but the moment someone pushed your button or the moment you felt triggered, then the behavior changes. So delegate this thing very, very clearly and specifically at a thought, feeling and behavioral level. And yes, anytime if any mistake happens, that's completely okay. You don't have to be overcritical about yourself. Well, that should be definitely important goal. Let's say the goal is to be more compassionate with myself. Then accordingly, you will plan it. Okay, and your goals as you are defining for the year, make sure that your vision is one with your values. It should support your values, means your vision and values both are supporting each other. You may also do this inquiry. I strongly recommend, that is, I leave behind, it will be helpful if you just do it today itself. I leave behind, this is an inquiry, and then write what all things comes up. And on the next page, I want to, or I see myself as, and then just write it down. No need to reread what you are leaving behind, of course, because you are just leaving behind, but that will be a good reminder for you, because anytime any unhelpful thought comes or any unhelpful behavior you engage in, that will be a good reminder that, oh, I have already left that behind and I don't have anything to do with it now. So mind, shut up and let's do this thing, right? And I want to, or I see myself as, will give you very, very clear direction, and you can just do this inquiry, continue with it for a week. Next point is discipline the muscles of your mind. It's all connected. It is very, very important. Your mind is the source of manifestation. It is through your mind you are actually creating things in your life. So you need to discipline this muscle every single day. And I would say it's just not about the things you want to accomplish materialistically, but also write the goals for yourself. Why? Because see, first thing, well, there are a lot of good reasons, but first thing in disciplining mind, your mind is not that firm. I mean, our minds are standing on this shaky ground, and anytime it could just shake. It will just go out of its means it will go out of our control, and we could just feel disturbance anytime. So therefore it's important to discipline it. You can adopt practices of your choice, but goals in front of you, reading it and making it or realistically and giving very clear instructions to this faculty of yours will be more helpful. And accompanying this, you have to make sure that you adopt to one simple ritual or practices that helps you to be in good awareness of yourself, because you know your foundation should not be on the material success, your career position, your salary, your work, your business, or whatever it is like. Your foundation is on something else, something which is on the inside, on your higher self. And so be one with yourself on the inside. That's where your strength comes, and that will actually help you more, whether it's self control, whether it's discipline, and most importantly you will have such a brilliant mindset, because mindset is really important. So you have to make sure what kind of environment you are engaging in on the inside as well as on the outside. Make sure that it's supporting your growth, then only your growth you will be able to accomplish it. Okay, so that is thing. And in this I'm also just thinking that make sure that everything is one with the higher purpose and objective of your life, which has to do with your awareness of self and with self, as in using your talents and skills, how you are serving in the world. Okay, and serving is very important. Make sure that with the right mindset you also put the gratitude and service. As long as we are breathing the free air of this earth, we should be serving, and service should be at the top of your priorities. Well, service would also mean that if someone is just ruminating about something and you just don't react to it, but rather just be okay and smile and wish good to the person, then you are doing a great service for the entire universe. Likewise, there you will just know what I'm trying to put it. The service is very important, and you can be more creative and not selective but more creative with it. So success not just materialistically, but the self rituals for the self is equally important. And also make time, maybe weekly or monthly, for the evaluation of the things that you are doing. As you are just being very specific with the entire process, evaluation is very important, and there you will just not again ruminate on the mistakes or what things not done, but focus on the things that you have already doing good. So on the corrective part of the process, and make some corrections on the things that went wrong, right? So schedule that part, and to support the entire process, make a responsible choice. Now the meaning of responsible choice is when you also take the responsibility for the consequences of your choices or actions. That is very important. Okay, so great, grand, glorious rising to all of you. Happy New Year, and thank you so much for your love and support. God bless you all.